Are you ready to do upper body? Make sure that you have all your dumbbells laying around. So I want you to start with lighter weights. We're just gonna do warm up. Bend your knees because it helps your back. So we're gonna do front, side, lateral raises. Now notice when I am bringing the dumbbells down, I am not just relaxing them. Okay, you wanna keep tension on the dumbbells. So I want you, even if you're doing this with just your body weight or with cans, so this is just a warm up right here. You can also put ankle weights on your wrist. So if you have not tried that yet, I encourage you to do that. So we are doing upper body today. All right, take your rest time. Now remember, I like to get my steps in. So if you want to walk side to side and get your steps in, if you want to do knee up, if you want to step up on a bench that you have at home, you do whatever. So we're going to move, especially if you have a sedentary job. It is so great to just get those steps in. All right, here we go. Slide bend. This helps protect your back. Here we go. Front, side, lateral raise. So this is going to be our first set. We did a warm-up set, and this is going to be our first set here. Now, I know a lot of my women clients have shoulder issues, and a lot of it's because we carry our stress in our shoulders. So I want you to not lift too heavy if you feel like you are just having too much tension, but you have to work your shoulders. Because if you don't work them, how are you going to get stronger? And so over time, just know to relax your shoulders in your day-to-day activity, and then you can build them up, okay, your rest time, then you can build them up with strength training. So, and especially if you have a sedentary job, you know, you kind of roll your shoulders. So really be mindful. A lot of clients, you know, are saying, I want to work my core, I want to work my core. You work your core in all your exercises in your day-to-day job. Okay, slide bend, here we go for a second set. And I do not want you to pay attention to what I am lifting. I mass produce these videos at a time. I may be on my fourth video for the day, so you do what works for you. Even if you go to a gym, because you know I have a gym option on my app, don't look around at what other people are doing. You do you. You never know if they're on day 1 or if they're on day 100 or if they're on year 7. Everyone is so different. And then also, we know as women, okay, one more set, as women, we go through so many seasons. You know, we go through childbirth, and then a lot of my friends are grandparents, and then you're going through that time. You know, we're going through losing family members, you know, our kids leaving the nest. So we're going through so many seasons. And we can have a year that is going great, here we go, and then we can have a year that is just not our year. So I want you to remember that, okay? Now I hope when you woke up, you did not slam any coffee, and I really encourage my clients over 35 to not have any caffeine or coffee the first 90 minutes that they wake up. Now I have daughters in their 20s that do not do that, and actually they both do not have caffeine at all. Okay, one more set. All right, take your rest time. So I encourage you, okay, so remember, if you have your dumbbells laying around you, to be very, very careful because we don't want to have any accidents. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the next exercise is we're going to do front lateral raises into squats, okay? So it's hard for me to talk and do this, so here we go. So I encourage you to not slam coffee even if you're in your 20s. If you can learn that now, then you will not be in your 30s and have to unlearn it. So I have a daughter in her mid-20s. Literally, she lived in Hawaii, was really, had a lot of stress. She worked at a coffee shop just for fun to meet people part-time, okay, take your rest time. And literally, once she got moved back to the mainland, literally just stopped drinking coffee, and caffeine dropped weight tremendously. So if you're in your 20s and you were slamming that coffee, you know, you're not off people it hits, some people it doesn't. So I really encourage you those first 90 minutes of waking up to not be slamming coffee or caffeine. Okay, here we go. Squat, front lateral raises. And the reason why is our cortisol levels are naturally high when you wake up. And so when you slam that coffee or caffeine, you are keeping your cortisol levels even higher. And they're not dropping as they should. And honestly, if you're over 35 and you say you're eating clean, you're exercising, and you can't drop weight, literally making that little change is all it can be. And I have clients that can't drop weight, increasing their steps. They've been at 10,000 for a while, increasing at 5,000 or 1,500. Just little things like that can really make a huge difference. Okay, here we go. Squat, front lateral raises. Now we're not going to do any warm up with this second set of exercises because we're already warmed up. We're doing our first set. Make sure that you're breathing. Do not hold your breath. One more each side. All right, take your rest time. So our next exercise I'm going to show you is going to be W's, okay? So all you're going to do is you are leading with your elbows. You're thinking because it's a shoulder exercise that you're going to do this. You are leading with your elbows, okay? So here we go. Leading. So my elbows are what are driving me up. I have a slight bend in my knee to protect my back. Especially if you're someone that has a sway back, you really want to bend your knees to protect your back. Breathe. 2 more. All right, take your rest time. Again, set side to side. So it's really important for us ladies to build our shoulders because when you have good shoulders and good posture, it makes you have a smaller waist. I know that sounds so crazy, but it is so true. The more you can build your shoulders, the smaller your waist will appear. All right, here we go. Second set, flat bend. Here we go. And over time, let's just say, now again, I'm mass building, so let's just say that the third set, the first and 2 sets are being easy. You're like, this is way too easy. Then that's when you want to up your weight. And I'll kind of show you in this third set an example. I'm going to start with a heavier weight, and then I'm going to pretend like it's getting too heavy, and then I'm going to drop. So I'm going to show you how that works. Okay, here we go. And so when you increase the weight, that is called progressive overload. So I got 5, I'm gonna drop, and then I'm gonna finish out, okay? So that is progressive overload. Now, let's just say I cannot do all of my reps with, if you're following along with me, okay, rest time. So that's what we do to progressive overload, is you'll start with a heavier weight if you feel like it's getting easy. But if you can only do 5 sets and drop and go to the other one. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to do back pulls. And I do not have enough weight here, so this is way too light. So I really want you to encourage you to use heavy weight for this. And you are feeling this behind your bra. Okay, so we're leaning over. My head is in line with my body. I am pulling up behind my bra strap. And I'm pretending like I'm making a line down the middle of my back, okay? You do not want to round your back. You want to stick your butt out, and you want to pull. Make sure you're breathing. One more. All right, so I'm going to show you. So make sure that this is where you're pulling up. Don't want you pulling up with your shoulders. I want you pulling up up with your lats right behind your bra strap. And so we can't spot reduce, so that's why we're working every day. And remember, your nutrition is key. If you are not eating protein, you need to strive for at least 1 gram of someone macroing for you or knowing what 1 gram per body weight of your ideal weight. I mean, if you weigh 200 pounds, you're gonna weigh 150, then you want to do 150. I do a little bit more because I'm in my 50s, and I would, here we go, second set. So, you know, it's just, obviously I know what to do, but if you don't have anyone nutrition coaching you, or you do not know your macros, you want to aim for 1 gram of body, 1 gram per pound, 1 gram of protein per body weight, or your ideal body weight if you're wanting to lose weight. Give me 5 more. So remember to exhale. You breathe. That is actually how you lose weight, is by in your nose, out your mouth. In your nose, out your mouth. Do not hold your breath. You want to make sure that you are breathing. All right, here we go. Both arms. Really extend that and pull up. Make a line down the middle of your back. Give me 5 more. And I want you to challenge yourself. I don't want you using like 3-pound weights and that, okay? I want you to really, really challenge yourself. Okay, so our next exercise is we are going to do reverse bicep curls. So let me show you here. You're going to make sure those elbows are tucked into your body, and you're going to reverse curl, okay? So you're going to feel in your forearm, you're going to feel in your bicep, and a little bit of tricep action, okay? So here we go. And reverse curl. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Keep tension as you go down. Don't just slight release. Really, really keep tension. If it's too easy, then I challenge you, okay? Don't go too easy. I want you doing 3 pounds weight unless you've had shoulder surgery or if you're just starting out. If you've been with me for a while, I really want you to progressive overload, okay? All right, take your rest time. Remember, we step side to side on our rest time. Get those steps in. When I'm brushing my teeth, get our steps in. Movement is key. You could work out every single day, but if you have a sedentary job and you do not get your steps in, you're not getting all your benefits. Unfortunately, every year as you get older, you have to move. And it's not decreasing your calories, it's moving more and eating more. I know it's so what we're not been taught or what we don't think, but what happens is when you're moving more and you're eating more, you're actually revving up your metabolism. But as soon as you don't move more and you eat less, you are slowing down your metabolism, and you do not want that as you get older. 5 more. Okay, rest time. Keep those shoulders pulled back. Always pull back those shoulders. That means we're sitting a lot. We're driving a car and we're sitting. It's so easy. And then as we get older, we just kind of, roll our shoulders forward. Especially almost everyone is either looking at the phone, working behind a computer. I work more behind a computer than I do in training people or in front of my phone or in front of the camera. Okay, here we go, 3rd set. So remember, really roll those shoulders back. I would rather you roll your shoulders back and drop your weight and do it the right way. Breathe. Give me 5 more. So did you know the more muscle you have, you will actually age less. You will not look older. So you kind of got to think of those people that are skinny fat and just kind of have skin hanging on their body. They look older than those who have more muscle. So you 20s. Here we go, third set. And I say, I am not gonna risk losing my muscle. I said, muscle is your longevity. I would rather lift weights than go and have a facial. So remember that. That is how you are going to age well, is by lifting weights minimum of 3 days a week. That's why I encourage all of my clients, if you only have 3 days to work out, okay, take your rest time, is I want you to do an upper body, a lower body, and a full body. Because when you do that full body, you get another added upper and lower body. So that'll have you 2 upper and 2 lower in one day. Okay, so this next exercise is we're going to hammer curl squat to the side. Okay, now, if you have been following me for a while, you know here we go. I say I do not have a low squat, and I have childbearing hips. Okay, so I'm going to exchange out, because this is too heavy for me to get full extension. So see how I did that? That's all you have to do. Okay, rest. So someone in their 20s, they cannot strength training. You know, I used to run in my 20s. But as you get older, I encourage you, definitely 3 days minimum of strength training. Now I do say, if you look at your week and you can only do one or the other, then get that movement. Sometimes it's just easier, especially if you're a school teacher or nurse, because you're up, maybe make sure that you get your steps in. But always do one or the other. Okay, here we go. And remember, you can move your workouts around that best fit your schedule, because it's not a perfect world where we can all work out, you know, Monday through Friday. That's just the only way I can program them in there. One more each side. All right, take your rest time. So notice, when we're doing that, we're doing a compound movement. So you're getting your steps in, you're working your lower body, but you also are getting your upper body in there. Getting your heart rate up without overexerting yourself. You know, HIIT exercises is great. You know that I have aerobic activity in here, but if we can make your workout where I don't believe in burpees, doing all that crazy stuff, flopping your body around on the floor, because you can get just as much benefit by strength training, being in control of your movements, and that's what we're doing. We're being in control of our movements right here. One more each side. All right, take your rest time. Okay, so we're going to do side bicep curls, okay? So remember, now, if you want to get a better mind to muscle connection, then look at that muscle when you're doing it, okay? So I'm going to show you here. All right, so a great mind to muscle connection is really look at that muscle. When you're looking at it, it helps give you a better mind to muscle connection. And notice I'm rolling up and I'm turning that pinky in. 5 more. Slight bend in my knee, core pulled in. All right, take your rest time. So that is a better way for you to do a mind to muscle connection, is to look at that muscle being used, pull it up, turn that pinky in. You'll get a little bit of better cap on your bicep over time. All right, here we go. Slight bend in your knee, pull that core in. We're always working our core. Give me 5 more. All right, take your rest time. walk side to side. We're gonna do one more set, and then we're gonna go to core. How are you feeling? You feeling good? You're releasing your natural endorphins. Remember, strength training builds your body. To lose weight is to get that movement in, building that muscle, and your nutrition, okay? A lot of people will work out and then go back and eat their calories. You cannot do that. Do not think of workout as that, okay? It is helping to build your body, to make you age well, to keep you younger, to keep you burning more calories throughout the day because you have that muscle, okay? Movement, which is your day-to-day movement, which is called NEAT, that is what helps you burn more calories. Building the muscle helps you burn more calories without doing anything at rest. And then your nutrition, especially in your protein, is key. One more. All right, so I want you to grab your mat and you're gonna go down to core. I want you to keep your glutes squeeze, your core tight. I want you to hold this. Keep your head in line with your body. Make sure you're breathing. I want you to move your left hand and your right leg forward and then back. Forward and then back. Keep everything tight. So the left hand up, right leg. Opposite arm, opposite leg. All right, back to your bear hold. And then now you're going to do your right arm, left leg. Right arm, left leg. Right arm, keep everything tight. Everything tight. Everything tight. At any time you can't do this, just go back to your hold. All right, bear hold. Okay, now you're going to take your right hand, tap it to your left knee. Alternate. So we're doing alternating arm, alternating knee. Stay tight. Keep everything tight. Back to your hold. Pull that core in. Pull your core in, keep it tight. I want you to drop down, up on your elbows. Pull your body in. Keep your glutes tucked, core tight. Squeeze everything. Start with your core. Anytime your core wants to drop, pull up your belly button. If you have to drop at any time, drop on your knees. And you can rock back up. 30 more seconds, you can do this. Make sure you're breathing. Core tight. If you're shaking, that's great, like I am. 5 more seconds, you got this. And drop to your knees.